What is up guys, and welcome to a new series where I use money making guides from the OSRS Wiki. If you guys enjoy this idea, I'll definitely make more and try to run through every single one of these on the list, no matter how ridiculous they might be. I'll be trying and testing out these money makers to see how accurate they are so you don't have to. Let's get into the video. So for today's video, we'll be doing another suggestion that I got on one of my last videos, which is if possible, it would be cool if you could try either crystal keys or giant mole. Loving the vid so far. Thank you for the comment, and I will be doing giant mole. I could do crystal keys, but I kind of felt like mixing it up a little bit and doing something a little more fun, and doing something that requires some sort of like PVM style I think would be a good idea, since we haven't really had much of that on this channel. And before I get into rolling the footage from 1 hour, I will talk about the gear setup that I used to kill the giant mole. I decided to use my T-bow since I really haven't gotten much use out of it, so I'll be using the T-bow method for this one. And I'll be also going with max range, so full armadillo, Pegasians, archer's ring imbued, all that good stuff. And for supplies, I'll be using 3 divine ranging potions, 4 stamina pots, 15 prayer potions, a spade, and the Falador shield, which helps locate the mole whenever he burrows underground. It also gives me some prayer restoration. I think I can activate it 2 or 3 times a day, which will come in handy during this grind. It'll save me some money on prayer potions. And I just want to say that this is a very expensive method because I'm using the T-bow, which is like over a bill, but it's totally not necessary. You can use the Darok method, which is, I don't want to say just as good, but it's pretty great. If you compare the prices, you have an item that is 1 bill, and then you have the Darok set, which is I believe around 3 mil right now, so it's a pretty huge difference, and Darok still works fairly well. Now, I did try to pick up every item that was dropped. I believe I possibly missed 1 strength amulet because I had a full inventory and I was dropping prayer potions and picking them up before they despawned, and I don't know, I should have probably brought less items in the beginning so I could, you know, have space for all the items that he drops, but I didn't want to have to bank during this entire 1 hour, so I brought a full inventory of prayer potions. And you can also bring your cannon, which will speed up how fast your kills are, and I didn't bring it with me just because I didn't feel that it was necessary, and I felt that the T-bow would, you know, perform well on its own. But if you want to bring it, go ahead. It's just going to cost a little extra due to the price of cannonballs, but it shouldn't be too much. As far as drops go here at Giant Mole, I don't believe there's anything too crazy. I mean, you could get lucky and get the pet. The pet is a 1 in 3,000 drop. But besides that, the only items that you'll really be making your money from are the mole claws and mole skins that he drops every kill. I also got a collection of U-logs, as you can see there in the inventory, along with some iron arrows, some coins. The coins were actually just from alching some of the items, so I brought fire and nature runes for that. And the mole also drops air runes, law runes, and the occasional fire runes. Oh, and blood runes, I forgot about that. The blood runes are actually in my rune pouch. I gotta say, this was actually a really relaxed money-making method. I kind of wanted to just go all out and go for 1,000 kills just because of how chill this boss is. There's really no difficulty whatsoever. You just pray melee and the mole can't hit you. So with T-bow, I was just shredding this giant mole, even though at some times I did hit like a lot of zeros in a row, and that was a little bit frustrating. You know, you pay all that money for a really powerful item and it still hits zeros, but that's RNG, that's the game. But as far as killing the boss goes, it was really easy. I think I might actually make a loot video just from giant mole just because of how easy and relaxed it was. I'll most likely do that possibly after I'm done with 1000 Zulrah. I'm currently working on that right now. Also using my T-bow there, so I'm getting some use out of that item. And as I said before, you don't need the T-bow. Daroks will work just fine here as well. And if you guys want me to make a video using Daroks against the giant mole, I can also do that, so you can compare the GP per hour. But I just thought that I'd use my T-bow since it was just sitting there in the bank and I wasn't using it. And this series is all about maximizing how much money you can make per hour. Obviously, the item's very expensive, but like I said, Daroks will work just fine. Now, before I started recording, I made sure to calculate how much supplies I was using, so towards the end of the video, we will subtract the supplies used from the total amount we made at Giant Mole to get an accurate profit check. I also want to go on record and say that this video was recorded 3 days ago, before the OSRS dev blog came out about the third-party client situations, and I know that they pretty much banned the reordering of prayers, which my prayers were reordered during this video, but I don't see how I was benefiting from that. You know, I wasn't doing any quick switches or anything, but like I said before, just to cover my bases, this footage was recorded before that blog went up, so yeah, my prayers are now where they where they're supposed to be, so please don't ban me. Yeah, that'd be great. And as we approach the end of 1 hour of killing Giant Mole, you'll see that I still have a lot of supplies left. I have a bunch of prayer potions left, a couple staminas, and I do have sharks. Sharks were actually dropped by the Giant Mole, surprisingly. I actually didn't know that until he dropped them, and it was towards the end of the video. And I actually didn't get to pick up all the sharks, as you see right there, and there's 3 on the right side that were kind of left there all alone. But we've reached the end, and now we can go to the price check. So we finished Giant Mole at kill count 122. I believe we got 69 kills during this 1 hour, which was actually pretty impressive. That's a lot of kills per hour when you're using the T-bow. And as I put all the items in the price checker, most of the money being from the mole skins and mole claws, you'll see that we have 1.3 mil. That is a lot more than I expected. Unfortunately, we didn't get the pet, but I'm used to that. I'll probably have to go 7,000 kills dry on Giant Mole before I get pet, but you know, it is what it is. I've already accepted the fact that my pet luck is cursed, but not really, because I got Hydra pretty early on, but whatever. Anyways, we can go back to the GE now, and we can put everything in there. And yes, we are selling the sharks. We're selling all the loot we got to see how much money we made from 1 hour of killing the Giant Mole. Now, I know I usually try to maximize profits by putting in the items for a little bit higher than market or close to the actively traded price, and then leaving them there for a couple hours or minutes, however long it takes to sell it. But for this one, I wasn't too stressed out, just because it said that we made 1.3 mil in the price checker, which was far more than I expected to make here. So I was okay with, you know, putting it in for a little bit lower and just selling instantly or selling faster, either one. And as you can see here, everything was selling pretty quickly. The only thing that took some time to sell was the mole skins, and those did sit there for just a little bit, not too long, but they eventually sold, and we can finally check out how much money we made altogether. So we got about 747k from the mole skins, and that added together with the other money we got equals 1,340k from 1 hour of Giant Mole. Not bad at all. A lot more than I expected. Even with the T-bow, I was expecting maybe just 1 million in an hour, but this was actually really nice to see, and I might definitely make a loot from video of Giant Mole. And as promised, I did take out the supplies that I used during this 1 hour of killing Giant Mole. So I used 126 dragon arrows, 3 divine ranging potions, 2.5 stamina potions, 10.5 prayer potions, the spade that I dropped during the run to pick up more loot, and 16 nature runes along with the respective fire runes to cast high alchemy 16 times from the items that the mole dropped. Now we can subtract the total amount spent on supplies from the total amount of money that we made from Giant Mole to get our total profit from 1 hour of killing the Giant Mole. So if we subtract the cost of supplies, which was 200,264 GP, from the total amount that we made, which was about 1.3 mil, 1.34 mil, we get a total profit of 1,140,523 GP from 1 hour of killing the Giant Mole. I just want to say thanks for checking out the video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn those notifications on so you don't miss out on any OSRS Wiki money making videos in the future. And if you guys have any ideas for any OSRS Wiki moneymakers you want to see next, just leave it down in the comments below, and I'll add it to the list and start working on the video as soon as possible. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I occasionally stream over there. Currently I'm doing the loot from 1000 Zora, so I'll be streaming those kills. And yes, I am learning. I am not an expert at it yet, but I am getting better, so if you guys want in on the action, go ahead and drop a follow over there. And that is it for this video. Thanks for checking it out, and I will see you guys next time.